Great day, beautiful people. Great day, kings and queens. Welcome to Conversations with the Queen. I am Jay West, and I hope you all are having an amazing day. Listen, we don't normally go into politics here on Queen Up Chronicles Talk. However, there's a time and place for everything. So this is a special segment dedicated to the mayor of Miami Gardens, my beautiful city of Miami Gardens, Florida. All right. So when we come back, we're going to be engaging in a candid conversation because it's time for re-election. It's time to see what the mayor is going to continue to do in our amazing city. So stay tuned for more. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back to Queen Up Chronicles Talk. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the end. I told you I was going to bring an amazing man, the mayor of Miami Gardens, the beautiful city where I live in. Hey, Mayor Harris.
Hey, Jay, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. And first, Mayor, I must thank you for your time because I know you're busy. There's a lot of things going on in our city. So thank you so much for your time.
No, it's my pleasure to be here, especially if we're getting the word out to our residents.
Yes.
So it's really my pleasure to be a part of this.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So listen, Mayor, I want to make you more personable because, a lot of times people see politicians as being larger than life. We see you as being untouchable. We see you as being, the Superman, you know what I mean? So we really don't feel sometimes the connection can be lost. But I want to let people know that you're very personable. I see you at many events and you're always friendly. We take our pictures together and all of that. So who is Rodney Harris at your core?
Rodney Harris is just this young man, I say, even though this gray say different on my face. But Rodney Harris is this young man from Liberty City who matriculated to this place called Carroll City that's now Miami Gardens.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just that same little boy from Liberty City who had a dream one day of becoming somebody special.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm the mayor of the third largest city in Miami-Dade County, the largest predominantly Black city on the southeast coast besides Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
And we're just excited to have the opportunity to be a part of this whole journey that we're going through in life.
Yes.
And my parents raised me well, and I was so blessed to have a two-parent home. Most of the kids in Liberty City didn't have a two-parent home, but there's a whole lot of people that played a significant role in my life that were my neighbors were super duper, man. That was that village on 15th Avenue and 59th Street back in Liberty City back in the 80s, man. It was a village over there.
Mm-hmm.
It was some difficult times. We came out of Liberty City, went to Miami Northwestern Senior High School. Ooh, go Bulls.
Right. I know. Let's go. Okay.
Go Bulls. Yeah. Went to Northwestern Senior High School, man, and was able to play football and meet some wonderful people there that took interest in me as a person and invested in me as a person and made sure that I understood what my role and purpose in life is to give back to others.
Yes, sir.
Because so many other people poured into me.
Yes,
and
sir.
I think we have to be in a position where we can give back to others. So that's just who I am right now. I'm still that same little young boy that believe that you can accomplish anything that you want if you set your mind to it.
Mm-hmm.
You could do anything. I tell kids that all the time. You don't have to settle for one thing in this life.
Yes, sir.
Especially here in this country that we call America.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to settle for one thing. You don't have to be just somebody that's working every day. You could be a person that owns a business. You could be a doctor. You could be a pilot. You could be whatever. Or you could even be the mayor.
Yeah,
because somebody would.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody would have told me 40 years ago that I was going to be the mayor of the largest predominantly Black city in Miami-Dade County in the state of Florida. I would have told them to go, something wrong with y'all, man.
Wow.
Not from where I came from.
Wow,
right. Our kids don't get those opportunities, but we created those opportunities.
Exactly. We definitely create our reality, Mayor. So let me ask you, so you were giving guidance. You came from a two-parent household, as you just mentioned, which is amazing because like you said, that wasn't the norm back in the day. So that's definitely a blessing. So let me ask you, as part of your giving back, because someone took you under their wing, gave you the guidance, the reassurance that you can be all that you can be. And again, ultimately, you became the mayor. However, you started at a humble beginning. And you were a juvenile probation officer. So was that part of your giving back?
That is part of my giving back. And I work with a lot of kids in the Miami Gardens area. Mm-hmm. And so that is part of my giving back. That was something that I set out to do when I got out of college, after I graduated from college, and I came back home and was still trying to find myself. And when I found a job with the Department of Juvenile Justice, it was a very rewarding job. I've been there for 33 years now doing it. And so we are pleased to be able to touch the lives of some children, especially the kids that people turned their backs on and said, because you made this mistake, you are no longer part of this community. But they are part of our community. They are part of us, and we have to be in a position where we can help them and turn them around. Hopefully, you know, the biggest reward that I get is when I go through the city and I run into some young man or some young lady that may have been on my caseload years ago, and then they say, man, something that you said to me or something that you helped me with that made me change my life. And now I'm the owner of this business, or I'm the owner of this or that, and I'm doing well. Those are the stories that I enjoy.
Wow, I love it. Oh, wow. Congratulations on that. And like you said, the mistakes that we make do not define our lives, and we shouldn't be penalized for an entire lifetime for making a mistake, right?
And you shouldn't. You absolutely shouldn't.
But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back with Mayor Harris and the beautiful city of Miami Gardens. Don't go nowhere. Queen Up Media Group. We are the connecting dot to all things media. If you're in need of videographer, photographer, content creator, director, stylist, or anything in the media space, we are your go-to team. We also offer author's assistance. You've been wanting to write that book? Start today. Check us out on queenupmedia.com. Welcome back to Queen Up Chronicles Talk. I am Jay West, and I'm here with the amazing Mayor, Rodney Harris. All right, y'all got to stay tuned. We have some great information to share with you. So listen, we got to brag about our Bull Nation a little bit. So Mayor, tell us, I know you were the coach for Miami Northwestern for 6 years. Wow, that must have been a proud moment.
Well, I was a coach at Northwestern from 2004 until 2011. And that was a great time. It was a great experience, a great opportunity for not only me, but my children participated during those times at Northwestern and sports and all that. My son was the football player there with us. My two daughters, one of my daughters was a cheerleader. One of my daughters was a trainer. So we had the whole family at Northwestern. So it was fun. It was
definitely a family affair.
Oh yeah, we have to keep it you got to keep that in the house, man. You got to keep that blue and gold bleeding throughout the whole house.
I love I love it, Mayor. I didn't even know. Oh wow, thank you for that.
Yeah,
wow, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
You know, my entire family went, besides my mother and father, me and my three brothers and my sister, we all graduated from Miami Northwestern. And then when it was time for my kids, even though I lived out here, you know, the kids went to school at the elementary schools in Miami Gardens. And then when it was time for them to go to high school, they went to Miami Northwestern Senior High, which it was a great time. You know, we won some championships. We won a national championship.
Yes.
And we were able to be in a position where we touched the lives of some young men and some young ladies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At Miami Northwestern during that time. So I think that's what sports does for you.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It gives you an opportunity to be in the lives of kids. And a lot of people don't understand that, you know, some of those kids came from very impoverished neighborhoods, and a lot of those kids did.
Yes.
You know, a lot of those kids came out of the Poke and Beans at the time, or the Scott Projects, and some of them kids didn't know where their next meal was coming from.
Yes,
didn't know how they were gonna keep lights on in their house.
Right.
And so when people talk about Miami Northwestern, I tell them, you know, if they don't have anything positive to say about the school, don't say nothing at all, because So many people have sold into that place of education.
Right.
And they've sold into the children of that community.
Right.
And it was times we had to feed children. There was times that we had to ensure that they had clothes to come to school in.
Wow.
And then they in turn gave us some of the greatest things that we could ask for. They gave us championships,
right.
And then they became good, productive citizens in their communities.
Exactly.
Especially on our boys from our football teams. You know, I can name a whole bunch of those kids like
yes,
Bridgewater, Levante David, Sean Spence,
wow.
my son, Corey Harris, and all of the other kids, Terrell Killings, and
wow.
All of those kids that came out of that I always say Northwestern was a university. Right. But all of those kids that came from Miami Northwestern, man, those kids have gone on to do great things, and they're doing great things in their communities. They're living and striving, and they're actually making a difference in the lives of not just themselves, but other people.
Yes, sir.
So it was great time. It was great people. We had great teachers at Miami Northwestern. Yes, the students were great at that school. Even my times when I went to school there back in the early 80s to 1984.
Yes.
Everything was incredible. I wouldn't trade that experience for nothing in the world.
Exactly. It was a great experience. I got to share a little bit of history fact with you, Mayor. I was a majorette at Northwestern.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I was swinging that baton, but you couldn't tell me.
There you go. Okay? There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I graduated. Right. Right. And I graduated. I graduated in 1987. So a few years after you, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, right after me.
Yes, sir.
Right
yes,
after.
sir.
Yeah.
So it was a time, like you said, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And there's so many success stories that came out of the school that, I mean,
so many.
You know, it makes you really prideful, right?
Yeah, it's amazing because I think back and I say, dog, has there ever been a mayor that came out of Miami Northwestern? Right. I say, no, me.
No,
I'm the only one.
You're it. You're it. Yes, sir. See, you're the first. So that's another history fact.
Yeah, that's a history fact. That's definitely, I got to tell them people over there.
I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back because I got to get into the mayor, what's happening with this political life. All right? Y'all stay tuned. Right. Go nowhere. We'll be right back. Great day, Queens. It is time to level up and place your crown in the upright position. And the best way to do that is to queen up. There's levels to this. After all, your level up is all about you. Order your hoodie today, and you see how amazing the CEO, Jay West, wears it. Just the style idea. Order today. Welcome back to Queen Up Chronicles Talk, and I'm still here, and I see y'all still here too with the mayor of the beautiful city of Miami Gardens, Florida, Mayor Rodney Harris. Listen, Mayor, we got to talk about what made you decide to go into politics? Because that's so different from where you came from, being a juvenile probation officer, then a football coach for Miami Northwestern Bulls. So now you're in the political realm. How did that start?
Well, I worked on several campaigns for our former state representative, Cynthia Stafford, who happens to be a Bull as well.
Yes, I know Cynthia.
She was a great friend of mine and my wife's, and we helped her with her campaign. And then, my neighbors used to ask me questions all the time. Okay. Hey man, who is our representative over here? Mm-hmm. Nobody knew. Wow. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna run for office and see if we could work this out and make sure people understand and know who their representative is. So I ran for office back in 2012, ran for council of Miami Gardens, and we were fortunate enough to win. I ran against two people who had already ran before and didn't win, and then I came out of the blue and won. Okay. And then from there, I did 2 terms as a council person of seat 3 that encompasses Bunch Park and Rolling Oaks and Crestview and all those areas over there. And I did 2 terms. I was fortunate enough to do 2 terms as a council person. I was the vice mayor for 2 years as well. And then I decided to run for mayor in 2020 because we had set some stuff in place to move the city forward. And I wanted to ensure that those things that we had asked the community for and heard the community say they wanted, that those things were going to get taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Because as you know, as terms end and people change, people ideas about things change too. People who get into office don't always have the city's best interests at hand. And that's why we have to be careful about who we select to be in a position of authority in your city. Because if you select somebody who has their own personal agenda that they're trying to accomplish, then the city's going to fail.
The city's going to suffer. Yes,
we
sir.
didn't want the city to fail, and I wanted to be in a position where I can give back, because it's always been something that I held steadfast. I love this city. When I was a young boy growing up in Liberty City, I would come out here all the time. And my dream and hope was I would one day buy me a house in Miami Gardens or Carroll City at the time, and be able to live out there. Then when an opportunity came about where I can get a house out here, I bought my home out here, and then I started working out here, and I started worshiping out here, and started playing out here. And it was like, hey man, this is the place to be. And I wanted to make sure that we made sure that the things that we had promised when I was a council person, that those things are being fulfilled and they were taken care of. I wanted to finish the job that I started. And so we're at that point right now where things are starting to come into place. A lot of stuff has been completed. We asked the community for $60 million for a bond to improve our park situation, and we improved our park situation, and we have a few more parks to come online. And then that would have been accomplished. That's something that I would have already accomplished after the bond implementation plan has been totally completed, and then we wanted to build a performing arts center. We're in the process right now of building a performing arts center. We got funding for it. The performing arts center is coming. We wanted to do a culinary arts center right where the performing arts center is. So all those things are in place. They're getting ready to come up. We're about to break ground on those things. We got the funding for it. Then we looked at, I heard the residents say during my campaigning time that they wanted to be able to have hotels, restaurants, entertainment venues, and places that they can stay right here in their city for. So we're in the process, and we're about to break ground this summer on the 35 acres that's right there by Walmart. Where that used to be the little dirt field. Well,
I see it. I say it. Yes, sir.
That's going to be the Miami Gardens Center. That's going to be our downtown epicenter of Miami Gardens. And what's going to be there will be 2 hotels. It's going to be many restaurants and entertainment venues. It's going to be the world's first Formula One museum is going to be there. There's going to be all different types of entertainment that's going to take place on that property, and we'll be breaking ground hopefully sometime this summer.
I absolutely love that, Mayor. But before you go too far into that, because I want to get into that, though, we got to talk about that. But I wanted to commend you first before I ask the next question. I hear you saying you really listen to the residents of Miami Gardens. That is so impressive, because a lot of times the politicians, again, out of touch, unrelatable, like not a person that I talked about in the beginning of this interview. But I mean, you're so heartfelt, you're so genuine, and I appreciate you so much for that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
I'm really getting some more information. I mean, again, we see each other out and about around our beautiful city, but really engaging you in this level, it's really opening my eyes up to really who you are at your core. So I appreciate you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Everything I try to do is to benefit this city, because it's going to benefit our residents and it's going to benefit me. That's the legacy that I want to leave. I don't want to be the type of mayor that's trying to leave a legacy for for me per se.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to be able to leave a legacy for us.
For us.
And in doing that for the city of Miami Gardens and its residents, you know, I want to be able to sit back when I become this old man and just look back over and say, you know, that was a good job that you did.
Yes, sir.
For helping all the people of this community and being in a position where you heard what the people said and you put some things in place. Now, everything that people tell me or ask me, not gonna get accomplished. Everything can't.
Right, you can't do everything. It's so much.
Yeah, and then some things I'm just not gonna do. If it doesn't benefit the most and benefit Miami Gardens,
yes, sir.
then I'm not doing it.
Right.
But if it benefits the city and it benefits everybody in this city, then you best believe that's what we're gonna work to do. We're gonna work to ensure that.
I understand, because it's the people that matter at the end of the day. But what we're going to do, man, we're going to take one more quick commercial break before we close out this amazing interview. And we're going to we're going to let you expound on the hotels and everything that's coming over there by Walmart. We're going to expound on that. And then I want to know what's next for Mayor Harris. All right? Stay tuned. Okay. This is Queen of Chronicles Talk. Hey, I hope y'all enjoying as much as I am. All right? We'll be right back.
Mink eyelashes have become a beauty staple. The Real J Mink's Beauty Bar, I like it when you blink, is available by appointment or same-day service. Check them out on Instagram at The Real J Mink's Beauty Bar for more information.
Welcome back to Queen of Chronicles Talk, and we're still here with the amazing Mayor Rodney Harris. Listen, so we're going to expound on the project that's happening in Miami Gardens. Y'all see, if you're a Miami Gardens resident, you see the construction that's happening right over there by Walmart off University, 27th Avenue. So Mayor, please continue to explain what's happening in that area so the residents and the people visiting our city are aware of what's happening.
Well, what we're doing on the 35 acres is building the Miami Gardens Center. That's going to be like a Gulfstream, like the Gulfstream Park is over in Hollywood or Hollandale.
Yes.
And our residents years ago said that they wanted a place where they can have entertainment, they can eat, they can have hotels if they wanted to do some type of family reunion. Their families could come here and stay. And so we took that property and we've sold that property to an organization that's building it out.
Okay.
In fact, they're going to start breaking ground sometime this summer.
Okay.
And in doing so, they're going to build restaurants. I think it's restaurants, hotels. There'll be 2 major hotels on that site.
Okay.
There'll also be restaurants and entertainment venues. Okay. There'll be a Ferrari store, a Mercedes store, as well as a I want to say a Ferrari and Red Bull store, for because it's that Formula One concept. Okay. Formula One is also going to build the world's first Formula One museum right there on that site. So it's going to be
in the city of Miami Gardens.
Right here in our city of Miami Gardens.
What about shopping, Mayor? Any shopping?
There's going to be shopping centers. There's going to be shopping boutiques and all that stuff throughout. Okay. It'll be everything. Bowling alleys. I think there's a movie theater coming there. And we know it's going to be a lot of restaurants. And then on the backside of those 35 acres, we're building a performing arts center for the city.
Wow.
Along with our culinary arts program. And then we're going to build another small boutique hotel on that property. Okay. So all of that is we call it now the PACE Center. It's the Performing Arts and the Culinary Entertainment Center.
Okay,
so
beautiful.
All of those things are coming on that site. We just finished Laguna Gardens, which is in the back of Lake Lucerne back there. There's some workforce housing that's been built over there. Okay. 5 acres across from Wawa, where the old church used to sit behind U-Haul.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
That's going to be some workforce housing along with some restaurants on the bottom floor of it. It's going to be a really, really nice facility there. Okay. We annexed an area out east over by that legendary place called the Office.
Yeah,
So that whole
the
area,
office.
we were able to annex that area. So now that's part of Miami Gardens. We were able to do that last year.
Okay.
And that being part of Miami Gardens,
Wow.
we're gonna sit down and try to figure out how we want to renovate that spot over there.
Yes, sir.
Right
Yes,
now,
sir.
like warehouse space and things of that nature, but I think we can do some high rises over there
Hey, nice.
and do some things of that nature there.
Wow.
And then if you look at the old Calder site,
Yes.
right where Calder is,
Mhm.
Calder has sold that place for like $250 million, I believe it was. They sold it for.
Okay.
And that's going to be some warehouse space, over 2 million square feet of warehouse space.
Oh, wow.
Back there. And we're hoping to bring in some tech businesses and some different businesses into the community. So again, all these things that we're doing with economic development brings jobs into our community. And so that's something that we're bringing into our community, jobs, and with the economic development.
Improve the economy for sure. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Because what we don't want to do, for the past 11 years, we haven't had to raise our millage rate. So from the city's perspective, your taxes haven't been raised. Taxes been raised all around us with everything else.
Yes.
But the taxes for the city hasn't been raised.
Right.
And economic development, those warehouses and things of that nature, helps us so that we don't have to raise our taxes on the residents.
Bring in more revenue to the city.
It brings in more revenue for the city, and it doesn't bring the tax base up for our residents.
But I got to close it out, Mayor, because I know you're busy. I know you got a meeting coming up. So I gotta ask you, because reelection is here. It's time. Is that time of year again?
It's here.
Tell the residents, tell the community, hey, what is next? I mean, what are you gonna do? What are some of your initiatives in your reelection efforts?
Well, my hope and prayer is that we continue to finish the job that we started. You know, we promised a lot of things, and we're fulfilling those promises, but I want to see those things finished. So I want to see our park system finish out the $60 million bond that we asked for. I want to make sure that we finish that. I want to make sure that those things that we promised on the 35 acres are in place.
Yes, sir.
And in a position where nobody can come into this office and change it, and it grows. And I want to see the city of Miami Gardens. One of my biggest things is to archive our history, archive the short history that we have. And that's one of the major things, because I think our story we need to be in a position where our story is never forgotten.
Yes.
Of who we are as a city and how we got here.
Yes,
so
sir.
We need to be able to archive those things, put ourselves in a position where our story can continue to be told, even when the dynamics of the city is kind of changing.
Yes, sir.
We'll still be in a position where Miami Gardens, the true Miami Gardens, the story of Miami Gardens is being told, and it'll never be forgotten.
Yes, sir.
And nobody will ever be able to erase it.
Right. So when is the vote? When is the date to vote, Mayor?
The date to vote is August 20th, but there will be early voting that'll probably start around the first or second week of August, and it'll run till August 20th. And I'm asking everybody to come out and support us. Your vote matters. Your vote definitely matters, not only on the national level this year, but on the city level, the municipality level. We're going to have to vote for a president. We're going to have to vote for mayor of Miami-Dade County. We're going to have to vote for the mayor of Miami Gardens. Yes, and I plan on being the continued mayor of Miami Gardens, but I can't do it if I don't have your support and your vote.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mayor. We support you. We love you. Thank you for all that you've done and continue to do actively. All right, so y'all go out and vote. Y'all heard it here on Clean Up Chronicles Talk. All right, listen, hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we got more in store for you. Let's go.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that interview with the mayor of the beautiful city of Miami Gardens. Stay tuned for more. I am Jay West.